Do you want to be stable and confident upside down? So before we are able to kick upside down, we need to develop the basic foundation of upper body pushing strength, and that can be done through a push-up in two ways, either from pushing from the knees or from the toes. Here's both. From the knees, elbows trail back, chest and thighs touch. From the toes, my body's nice and in a nice tight line, my chest touches, and then I press up all the way. After we've developed our upper body pushing strength with a push-up, the next level up would be elevating our feet onto a box and getting inverted that way. So you guys will start with your feet on top of a box, 20 inches, 24 inches, whatever you're comfortable with. You'll start with your hands on the ground and you'll be in the top of a push-up. From there, you're gonna walk your hands in as far as you feel comfortable, hold, and then walk yourself back out. Then you can come on down. That way we start to build and get comfortable supporting some of our body weight upside down. It would look like this. Toes are gonna be on the box. If this is where I'm comfortable, stay here, walk yourself back out. If you can go a little bit further, again, same thing, and then walk yourself back out. The next progression would be at the wall, performing a wall climb to a nose and toes hold. So I'll show you guys what this looks like. You're gonna start belly on the ground, hands just outside of your chest. You're gonna start by performing that push-up. As I do, I'm gonna start to walk my feet up to where I'm comfortable. If this is where I'm at to start, you can hold there. If you feel comfortable, start walking your feet a little bit closer. Hold here, and then eventually getting towards where we're almost completely touching the wall and my feet are stacked over my hips. Once you're there, walk all the way out, bottom of that push-up, and that would be your wall climb to that nose and toes hold. Once you guys get comfortable getting close to the wall, accumulate some time there, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then eventually getting yourself to, a minute plus, stabilizing your body while inverted. Alright guys, so once you've gotten comfortable in the wall climb and then the nose and toes hold, we make our way to facing the wall, and we're going to actually kick up into a handstand. Now, before we even start kicking up, we want to make sure we have our hand placement the same every time. So what that means is we don't want our hands too close to the wall. We also don't want our hands too far away from the wall. A good reference is about a hand's length away is where we want to be. Okay? So first thing you guys can do once you get your hand placement down is you can start static. So from here, my arms are locking out. I'm going to start to kick my feet up to the wall, and only my heels will touch, and I'll lower back down. So I'm starting static, and then you guys will kick up. If you feel comfortable with that and want to try your hand at some dynamic starts, you can do that as well. So once you've gotten the consistency of the hands, I know where they place, I'm going to kick up, heels find the wall, and then lower myself back down. That's a little bit more advanced once you feel comfortable with the static, but it does give you a little bit more momentum kicking up. A few faults that we can see is if the hands are too close to the wall, as you guys kick up, the butt may touch the wall, the back may be on the wall, and then you may fall off. So that means your hands are a little bit too close. If they're too far away, you may get that arch in the back, maybe lose the midline a little bit. So that's why hand placement's going to be key before you guys even start to kick up into your handstand. All right, guys, so if you feel comfortable kicking upside down and you want to keep building up your shoulder strength, shoulder endurance to eventually get maybe the higher skill movements like strict handstand push-ups, kipping handstand push-ups, and then maybe even handstand walking down the line, here's some tips and movements that you guys can start adding in. So what you can do first is strict press, so singling out your arm. Grab a kettlebell, grab a dumbbell, and you're going to press that object up overhead and then slowly control it back down. So we're working strict strength, and again, we're singling out that arm. That way both shoulders are balanced. Okay? You can do those. If you want to make your way to the wall, adding in negatives is a great way to eventually get the strict handstand push-up. So you guys can decide to go 3 at max, 2, 1, whatever is going to challenge you. But for the negative handstand push-up, I'm going to get that kip. From here, I'm going to lower my head down till it touches the mat, and then come on out. Again, if you want to take away an ab mat, that's totally fine, but just make sure that negative, we're going as slow as possible until our head touches the ground. That's the negative handstand push-up. Once you get comfortable there, then we start to progress into strict. And then eventually, if you guys want to get some handstand walking, what I would recommend is start very basic. I plant my hands to the floor, and then I'm going to start to just kick up and get comfortable almost kicking into a freestand, moving your hands slightly and just getting comfortable without the wall there.